Hey, what's good, guys? This is Order of Opinion. I'm your host, Anthony. This is my co-host, Tim.
What's up, guys?
And today, if you're just tuning in, we are continuing our ranking and breakdown of the Star Wars universe, the SWU. And,
man, it's been a journey.
And this is episode 29. Yeah, this is episode 29. You can check out our previous episodes on the Star Wars universe. That is episodes 24 through 28. We're kind of fucking stupid, and we put the episode numbers at the end of the titles. So that's how you'll find that shit. Episodes 24 through 28, we did Rogue One. That was episode 24. And the last one that's out is episode 28.
That's right.
And that is The Force Awakens. And I almost fell asleep, so I don't know about anything awakening my ass. But, so today we're on episode 29, and we're going on my list. Tim will be giving his list also, and we're giving it scores. We're giving each movie scores out of 10, and that's how we rank them, is by each score. And Tim will be giving his list also, as if you fucking care about his whack-ass list. And we actually disagreed on this one.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So, yeah, check that out. And you can check out our old episodes. I know I keep shouting that out. That's because we want some more fucking downloads on them, all right?
Yeah. And we bothered to put them into playlists for you on the ones we can put them into playlists. So,
yeah.
Jesus, just fucking look at it.
And Tim was the host for Marvel and Harry Potter, which Marvel was episodes 1 through 14. That included Doctor Strange and all that good shit. And Harry Potter was episodes 15 through 23.
23, yeah.
That included Fantastic Bestiality. So, check all those out.
We also got Rogue One. I don't know if you shouted that out already.
Oh, yeah. Check those out. And if you follow us on Twitter, which are all in the fucking descriptions, if you're not a fucking idiot, if they're all in the descriptions, you can find our release schedules on there.
Yeah, we have links
follow
galore.
us on there. And you can hit us up on Twitter, too. I won't guarantee we'll fucking get back to you, but just fuck Twitter and fuck social media.
Yeah, because apparently no one gives a shit about anybody but fucking adding people for one fucking ad so they can delete them later.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what.
And to you fucking podcasts, what the fuck? I might start calling you motherfuckers out. I keep doing that shit. There's a couple podcasts that fucking do that, and it's pissing me off.
It's like, you know why they have 4,000 followers? Because they added 4,000
And
people.
you act like I won't notice that shit either. I barely even look at it, and I fucking notice it. You keep fucking adding me. And then I look at it like, oh, what the hell happened? There's like a couple followers missing, and then it's you fucking dropping me and then fucking adding me again. So if you fucking keep doing that shit, I'm actually going to call your ass out on it.
Right?
I'll start fucking... I'll submit to the O'Reilly factor. Make it a fucking... an issue.
Put him on blast. Fucking, what do they call that? Call Curtis from Sacramento.
I might start doing that shit now, since apparently that's how you get whack-ass followers on Twitter.
Well, think about it, too. And then
that aren't bots.
What's even crazier about it, too, is they'll notice when you unadd them and then try to add you back. It's like, bro, you didn't think we noticed?
And straight up, too, I'm saying this right now. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Potter and Family, bro.
Yeah, Potter and Family.
I'm not shouting your shit out ever again. And whoever associates himself with Potter and Family like that, that's a Ponzi scheme, bro. It's a pyramid scheme.
That one's fucking stupid. You look at places
your followers and your listeners are fake.
Right? And they're all podcasts.
I hate to break that to you.
They're all podcasts.
Yeah, it's all you trying to help each other out.
Which is like...
Why don't you just keep it old school, have your fucking 20 friends and family that care about you somewhat, just fucking rig and download it. Why do you got to start doing shit where you're basically asking for bots, trying to call yourself out as a whack podcast, and then have only other podcasts download and listen to your shit? And then you get the scheme, bro.
We've heard the same automated message 5 times. Like, hey, man, I know automated messages suck, but can you listen to mine?
And I'm letting all Twitter followers know right now, I'm messaging you now.
Yeah.
I'm going to start messaging, because that's apparently, like, what to do.
I'm just going to start responding to the automated messages, like, just telling them that they suck dick.
Speaking of shitty social media, you can also find us on Facebook, which we don't fucking pay attention to. But we may start. I was thinking of hiring an Indian guy or something to manage our Facebook from South Africa.
The South African Indian?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to find.
Or, like, his name is hieroglyphics, you know, on the fucking profile. And,
yeah, because they seem to know what the fuck they're doing, right?
And he's gonna. All you gotta do is put porn pictures on your profile page, and then try and scam old men out of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's an Indian guy in South Africa looking for that job, I'll offer it to you. To manage our shitty Facebook.
They're key clients.
You can like us on there too. We actually post our shit on there too, and actually spend a little bit of time to do that. So you can find that too. You can find our release schedules there for this episode, and we will talk about Star Wars. Trust me.
We could just rant for Potter and Family and Libsyn for an hour, though.
If you guys want us to do a random podcast, message us and we'll do it.
Yeah, tell us.
I'll say it right now.
Like, if you're a fan and you're just like, stop it with the movies, then fucking say it. Like, can we get some...
Because we have fans, apparently. Yeah. Which I never thought we would have with all the people we probably offended.
Or bored to death because they fucking don't get it. Like, they're like, why are these...
They're like, wait, like, there was 8 Star Wars? There's 9 Harry Potters?
It's like, whose voice was that supposed to be?
Why did you do Indiana Jones? That guy kicked Nazi ass.
That dude did kick Nazi ass.
But, so yeah, you can... find us on social media, follow us, all that good shit. Check out the old episodes. Starting now, episode 29. My number... Let me look at this. Number 3 movie in the Star Wars universe. So the third best or... the fourth shittiest? Or wait, no, the fourth from shittiest or third best Star Wars movie, in my opinion.
I have it
no drum roll. I didn't even say the fucking name yet. He let me say it. Return of the Jedi. And I gave it a 7.3.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's more favorable. For me it is the fourth? Number 4?
You don't have your fucking list, do you?
No, I do. I'm trying to get what you were talking about with the goddamn which order the numbers going now, because you're starting top to bottom, bottom to top, throwing me the fuck off.
I was just fucking around.
But yeah, I guess it would be number 4 for me. And I give it a 6.9.
Okay. And if you guys are confused by the list, this is how we rope you in to listen to the end. We'll go over our list so far and to tell you which episodes each movie is within the list. So... look out for that at the end.
The end. All right. Fucking Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it's number 4 on your list. What was your fucking number?
I told you. Number 3. No, 4.
What was the number?
Oh, I gave it a 6.9. I said that.
6.9. All right.
Pay attention.
I don't have to pay attention to your bullshit. You're the irrelevant co-host.
That's probably why I wasn't paying attention to yours.
I'm the host, bitch.
Yeah, but...
Anywho, so fucked him, but yeah, so we got Return of the Jedi for me at number 3. Why do I give it number 3? Because it's the most bullshit movie out of all of them.
Which might make it hilarious.
It's hilarious. But it's a hokey bullshit movie. It's cartoonish. Every gimmick that they had going into the first 2 movies are all played out at this point.
Oh, yeah. Super played out.
And regardless of how you look at it, it finalizes the story.
I guess.
Where almost you don't need prequels.
The 15 minutes of story it gives you. Because think about it. It's all about Luke and Vader, right?
Yeah.
How much screen time did they actually get together? Like 15 minutes probably.
Right.
The rest of it was bullshit.
Well, the first 20 minutes was droid sounds, different... jungle folk language.
Some odd fish language.
Fish language.
Some Aretha Franklin singing.
Subtitles and no subtitles.
Grunting.
Umbilical cords on dudes' heads with fucking herpes scars, whatever the fuck those were.
Pigs. Giant pigs.
Just bullshit.
There
was no dialogue in the first 20 minutes, besides Luke somewhat talking to Jabba the Hutt. And then he has his little fucking Filipino man around him with a pillow. He has a pillow.
That is, and then the little guy. He's like just laughing at everything that happens. Like someone.
And of course, when shit goes down, he's chewing on C-3PO's eye. And
Right.
C-3PO's like, no.
Yeah, C-3PO just gets fucked up in these movies, doesn't he?
This one even more hilarious. But like I said, like,
At least he didn't fall apart in this one.
yeah. But what's great about this one especially, I personally wish the whole movie was with the Hutts. I personally would have preferred that. It was a better movie.
An hour and a half of not talking and just
Well, all they do is party and then sleep.
Bro, they took
like you mentioned that.
They took a party boat to go to an execution. Like, that's literally what they do. And then they all pass out where they were standing while they were partying.
Well, because Jabba the Hutt gets moved on like this stage. Like he's on like a stage platform.
Right.
And they just drag him along. He has like to have 10 people do it. And he rapes girls.
He does.
Rapes alien girls. He'll
rapes-
rape. It doesn't matter to him because he's just going to slobber all over himself because he's on heroin. Opium.
something-
He's on opium. That hookah thing is opium.
That hashish, bro.
And he just slobbers all over and fuck himself. I don't think really Leia choked him to death. I think he finally just choked on his own spit.
I know. She,
As
like,
he was-
scared him and he swallowed wrong. Like, because that
Well,
changed.
because remember how the dude woke him up? He
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
"Ah! I told you don't bring that fucking Jedi."
Because that full of sleep apnea probably just scares awake all the time. It's like, oh, how long have I not been breathing?
Well, because he is Action Bronson.
Yeah. He just needs a beard.
And it's so much better when he's a puppet. I'll take the puppet even over new CGI. Even if CGI of this date.
Yeah, I'll take the lazy eye fucking eyelids don't work at the same time puppet over the fucking, like, oh, God.
For some reason, it just looks better.
Well, it is better.
It is, yeah, I mean, but it looks better.
'Cause
Regardless.
They CGI a lot in this.
Yeah.
Except for the fucking, what did you call it?
What?
The cashew?
Yeah, the pistachio.
Pistachio, that's right.
That's,
Sarlacc.
yeah. And what's funny about this shit is it's so Scooby-Doo-ish that, like, for him to further the plot in every direction, it's the good guys getting caught in a trap because they're idiots. Luke's an idiot. Han Solo's definitely an idiot. And Leia at this point has, in her real life, been snorting so much coke that when she tries to be an actress, she is high.
Bro, like...
She's just hot. She looks hot. When she gets, like, fingered by the Ewoks, whatever the fuck happens.
Yeah,
over
she
there,
looks fucked up.
she was like, "Oh, I'm about to get me some with these fucking Aborigines." And she looked like she was on LSD the whole time.
Well, think about when they're giving the plans to the Death Star, which, way better plans this time, guys. They actually look like a Death Star instead of a bunch of white dots floating. She's sitting looking like she is on fucking Adderalls. Like,
Right?
she's
She's like,
staring
yeah.
straight forward the
Wired
whole time.
as fuck. And there's a couple scenes too where she looks at Han and she's like, "Yeah, you want another bump before we go do this next scene?"
It's like, oh man, I got all these Prozac.
And yeah, that's how. In this one, it gets even more ridiculous. It almost seems like he's not trying. He's like, "All right, fuck dialogue for the first 25 minutes. I'm just gonna have it be sounds and droids
And lasers.
and monsters, and we'll throw a couple black guys in there." That's literally the first 20 minutes. And then the end is just soap opera shit with Luke and Darth Vader and a bunch of Ewoks attacking shit with rocks and spears. Like,
And Han Solo doing a mission.
if there was no story leading up to this, like, you know, we're assuming that he may have just wrote this story for the movies. You sort of feel like he ran out of shit to do.
Oh,
in Return
definitely.
of the Jedi. He's like, how do I fill these areas to make Luke go meet Darth Vader and just conclude that and have Han Solo be a jackass?
Oh,
That's pretty much the whole movie.
he's like, well, we can build another Death Star and we'll put a shield around it so we can separate them. How about that? We'll get them separated.
And we're going to make it even whacker than New Hope because this Death Star's not even going to work.
Yeah, this one won't work, but it will.
Yeah, but it will,
won't.
surprisingly, to halfway destroy a ship.
One ship.
That makes Allahu Akbar fucking swallow a snot. He's like, I should have swallowed my semen before I started talking.
Right?
And
Allah Akbar.
I'm not Asian. No.
But
I'm just a fish head.
What's crazy
And,
is to speak on that. Yeah, it seems like at the end, and you can see them run out of ideas later on in episode 1 because the end of this is the exact same as the end of episode 1.
And Darth Sidious, bro. Come on. The Emperor, bro. That's just it's hilarious.
But like, think
It's
about
hilarious.
it. It's a space battle, a ground battle, monster battle,
Yeah.
and a Jedi battle all in one scene,
Yep.
and at the end of celebration.
And it was fun. I don't give a fuck how shitty it is or goofy or corny, because it is goofy.
Oh, and it's corny as fuck.
I don't know if I'd rather watch this or the Goofy movie, because the Goofy movie is one of the best movies of all time. But this movie is definitely fucking goofy.
Well, this one doesn't have a Leaning Tower of Cheesa, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But they, like Goofy movie, most of the fucking things in this movie are shit that are just made up out of thin air.
Yeah. Their
And
plans.
he somehow, where you have to give credit, adds a lot of characterization to all of them. Jabba the Hutt, the droids, the Ewoks, the dude with the fucking umbilical cord with the herpes scar.
Well, maybe that's why it stands the test of time. Is he said, fuck dialogue, I'll just make good characters.
And you, like, even within the first 20 minutes, like, yeah, there's no dialogue, and it's just a bunch of boop, 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 boop. Oh, da ga ba ga da ba do da. Oh, na, jiba, ki go, do da ba da ba. Hey, Chewie, I'm fine. Don't rape me yet. Like, that was the first 20 minutes. And
right? And he's like, and Luke's like, I got a plan, guys.
But at the end of the day, that 20 minutes kept me interested, even with the hostile robot scene where, they're torturing robots, which was hilarious.
Burning their feet for no reason.
Somehow that made you want to watch it, though. You're like, this shit's great. So at the end of the day, it's like those first 20 minutes, yeah, it was literally full-on retarded. But it moved the plot along, and it was interesting, and it was hilarious. There's shit that you'll remember watching it 10 years from now. Like, if you're sarcastically watching this movie, like, dude, that was, like, hilarious.
Bro, think about the whole Ewok battle at the end. Like, that was also sarcastically done. Like,
and racist.
But think about it.
Because they were native pygmies.
They're not even, shooting lasers at the stormtroopers half the time. They're coming up with creative ways to kill them now.
Yeah.
He's like, let's make this as silly as possible. This will be a real cartoon.
But you do have to admit the speeder scenes, for it being
sick.
1981, was pretty dope. Like,
so all the space battles were pretty good in this.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
The action's good. And like I said, you are satisfied. Even I honestly feel like George Lucas, as his double chin grows,
it's filled with wisdom.
No, it's filled with racism. It's filled with underlying racism. That's why the chin is under the beard. But, yeah, as his second chin grows, the less fucks he gives about the viewer and how they care about the characters. Because let's think about it, right? Boba Fett, the way he dies. The way Jabba the Hutt dies. The way... What?
The way anything happens in this movie, to be honest.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, fuck you. I'm going to have the Ewoks save the day.
And he also starts...
Fuck Han. I'm going to make Han Solo be essentially a failure in this.
And an art
piece. He fails a lot.
He's an art piece at the beginning. That's what I didn't get, too.
In his fucking semen coma.
At the beginning, he's just even like, okay, well, I know that I ended the other movie that way, but fuck all of the story in between. We're just going to start right here. Somehow Luke's a Jedi Master. Somehow Leia and Luke got split up. We don't know what the fuck's going on. And they don't seem to have a plan.
Yeah. One thing you do have to give credit to this movie for is it is literally perfectly paced. Like, perfectly paced.
I think it's because it has no dialogue.
Yeah.
It's all visual, so you're just sitting there like an acid trip. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
And you're in your mind.
But I think the way the sequences move along in the story is just, it is perfectly paced.
No,
That's
I agree.
where, honestly, no joke, 5 of my 7.3 points come from is just the pacing. Like, because you never feel tired with this movie.
No.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, I think how it does that too is it has these, like in the beginning is a good example of that. It cuts in all these little action scenes, like like him initially feeding someone to the Rancor, or like the bomb about to go off, or like sneaking around, and then it hits a big action scene. Then it goes back to like talking and whatnot with Yoda and making the plans, and then it hits another fucking big action scene. You're just getting thrown through all this action, but it's not. There's not a lot of break in between each one, but there's enough to get you to be like, okay, I
care.
Yeah.
And I think where he does it perfectly for him knowing it is the third installment is that he's like, I don't need to really focus so much on the characters.
No. Yeah.
I could just let them like interact and let what they're going through get told through the actual plot in this movie. Which is solid. Because, like you said, like, Darth Vader, he's been a hard ass the last 2 movies, just murdering everybody and, like, fuck you to everybody. But in this one, you know, he's actually, like, chasing a point. Like, he's trying to keep his son alive for some reason. He's not. And now the Emperor wants Luke really badly. So Vader's like, all right, I got you, I guess, since I'm your fucking boy servant. And even with Vader, it's like the way he says my son is like how you see like a dad who like coaches his kid in sports.
Yeah.
You know? Like every dad that coaches his kid in sports is like, yeah, my son. He does it. You have to call him my son. He doesn't have a name. It's my son.
My son is with them.
My boy.
The way he says my son is sort of endearing. You're sort of like, oh shit, like that's some real father-son shit.
Except for the way he's saying is like, yeah, I'll get you my son.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's a daughter?
No, I think it's more like he cares about him when he says my son. Like he's like, my son.
I don't know. They didn't make his betrayal like mean enough in the movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's fighting it.
Yeah, but they
Like I
never
said,
presented that.
I sort of like that though. They're letting the viewer assume the conflict. They're letting you assume Darth Vader's going through this shit because he's black with a penis helmet. So what are you gonna see?
The one time him and Luke interact, and they talk about it, he's still like, yeah, go fuck yourself, Luke.
Kinda.
He doesn't say shit. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna help you. Like,
well, and then he even calls him out like about his sister. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make your sister bad then.
That's right.
So you guys are already gonna fuck each other, you bunch of hillbillies.
That's right, because he's like, okay, well, now that I know you have a sister, I can just kill you. But apparently when I do my sidestep, I'll stumble and get my arm cut off.
Well, like I said, and let's analyze the whole thing, okay? This is essentially God versus devil shit going on.
Yeah.
And here's why. It's like Luke's like the star athlete that each side's trying to recruit.
Luke is Jesus.
Like the Jedis are like, bro, you're the last Jedi, bro. You know? Like, we need you to come through for us and murder the whole team and win for the Jedi. I'm not going to train you for shit because you're already hella talented, so just go play, right? With the Emperor, he knows Darth Vader is like a robot now.
Yeah, mostly dead.
He's useless, and he's becoming older and more Jewy as the day goes.
I must protect my money.
I'm surprised he didn't crucify Luke.
He was probably going to.
Yeah. Yeah, because of course he would kill the chosen one.
Luke is Jesus. He just doesn't have the same beard.
And my point also is like, the Emperor tries to get him, right? Because he thinks he'll be the star player on his team. So essentially it's like this argument between, and if you're talking real life with Catholics and stuff, they all touch boys. Each side touch boys. Evil, good, they all touch boys. So they're all trying to touch a boy, get the star boy.
Trying to get a boy to play.
Get a star boy. But they're trying to get a star boy, and they do so by manipulating him because he's fatherless. And I know I'm bringing up a lot of philosophical shit right now. All I'm saying is there's a lot of allegories in this story. A lot.
Well, yeah,
and I would argue that George Lucas is more trying to come across, especially within the prequels, that in America, pretty much anywhere, when you don't have a dad in your life, you can be influenced and manipulated into being good or evil.
Well, and look how Luke thinks about Vader. He's even like has that classic syndrome where he's like, well, I can save him. He's my dad.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, you don't know him. He's fucking killed probably millions of people. You'd have to imagine they have a fucking Death Star.
Yeah.
Like, so...
And, I mean, remember I showed you the stats online and shit, like, how many people are convicts in America are fatherless. It's like 70 fucking percent.
Yeah.
So I think he's really bringing up a social issue here where people really struggle without having a dad in their life.
And it's generational, apparently, because Anakin didn't have a dad either.
Yeah. And Anakin was the one who turned.
Yeah.
And my point, too, when you really look back in the old stories, like the prequels and shit, like, the Jedi were doubting this motherfucker the whole time. So no wonder why he turned fucking evil. He wanted direction. And I feel like Anakin wasn't given it. Luke was the one that could handle their pothead fucking directions, which is like, hey, fucking stand on your head and I'll stand on your dick, and you learn the Force now.
He's
just
like,
feel things. And Obi-Wan's like, I'll touch you once you're a ghost.
Right? Because Yoda's literally like, just eventually, you just sit around Indian style.
He just
long
eats
enough.
Sinagon
Yeah.
all day. And he finally just passes out and dies. And he's getting more Filipino as the day goes. He grows more hair out of his ears.
Oh, God. And he's even less responsive in this one.
If you don't think Yoda doesn't look like a Filipino man, Google old Filipino man and look up Yoda in Return of the Jedi and tell me that is not a green Filipino man.
I think I'm going to have to Google old Filipino man dressed as Yoda and put that on Twitter.
All you gotta do is go to the Philippines to find one.
Well, if he's...
Because they all dress like that anyway.
He's an old Filipino man, and Boss Nass is Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
So apparently, George Lucas just sees in colors.
So the movie starts with Darth Vader muscling the fucking general, right?
Well, it starts with the scrolling stupid text
Oh,
again.
yeah. I didn't want to say the homoerotic text.
Yeah, they tell
anymore,
you
but
that
anyway.
Han Solo's being a Jew somewhere, fucking a piece of art, and fucking...
And the
Darth
Emperor's
Vader.
super being a Jew, trying to find ways to get the chosen one.
Yeah, and then, it just starts the exact same way as all of them. Fucking undershot of a ship.
Right.
That's it. Okay, surprise!
This isn't the same fucking movie. You guys will be more entertained with this one.
Yeah, it's like, oh wait, the same ship going to the same Death Star. Oh, wow, this isn't the first movie.
Oh, and so what? It's not the first movie. Let's go over that. After Darth Vader tells the general, next time I come over here, you better have already shit your pants before I make you shit your pants.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
the guy's
Darth
like,
Vader...
all right, I'll have more Polynesians on your way.
Yeah.
And
like, fuck Trump. Darth Vader has the best words. He's like, your optimistic appraisal. Like,
yeah, right.
What the fuck?
And I think the problem with the other generals is like they're so distracted with the fact that his head looks like a dick that they just don't know how to respond to him. How are you scared of a guy whose head looks like a dick?
Well, you never seen his eyes before. You're just talking to a fucking, like, the dude who looks like a mixture of, like, oh, God. What was that Beetle fucking, like, shitty superhero show? The live action one was like
The
a Power
Tick?
Ranger. No, it was like a Power Ranger, but the dude was a beetle. It was only on for, like, a
Never
season.
seen it.
He looks like that, but fucking with a dick-shaped helmet.
And of course, like the first movie, C-3PO and R2-D2 are walking alone in the desert
Oh,
on
wow.
Tatooine. On Tatooine.
Well, I mean,
And
he also tells him the Emperor is going to come.
well, and he tells them they need to go find Jabba the Hutt. Luke is a dickhead.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
Somehow he figures out that they're going to find him. He doesn't even tell them where to find Jabba the Hutt. He just sends
No, he
them
does.
off. No,
Doesn't
they're
he?
wandering for like a minute, and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, we got here." Is that you think this is it? Yeah, probably. I guess ring the fucking doorbell, dude. So this
And
is
C-3PO's like, hey, R2-D2, I'm not going to tell you about the times when I was in robot college. I was
Yeah.
sucking off a lot of robot dick.
and then this is where the gibberish starts, because
Right.
you just literally.
Well, yeah,
hear-
the dude walks in. He's like, and R2-D2. He even exaggerates R2-D2 somehow. He's always going, ooh, like every time, and like that's whatever. And they have this like,
He's like, "I'm C-3PO," and this is
yeah,
R2-D2.
he's like, waka flocka.
No, he literally. I wrote this down because he literally says "Dawana Wanga" at one point.
And like I said, the first 5 minutes is just sounds and gibberish. It's just literally sounds and gibberish.
Seriously,
It's completely sounds and gibberish. And
And I
the
don't
dildo head dude, after he
Oh,
says
yeah.
Waka
Oh, my
Flocka,
God,
and
and
he
he
does the
has-
Flocka flame dance.
He has
and
like
he's
two balls under his chin.
and if you really look close, he has like this weird herpes scar on it. It's really gross. It's
It's-
super gross.
I wonder if
and
he
he
has
like
its
wants to
crowds.
rape R2-D2.
Yeah, he's like
He's, like,
looking
touching
at
it
it, and
effeminately,
he's
like,
like that weird
He's like,
fucking.
"Ooh, nah, boonya, waka flocka." And they have like these have the hungry hippos apparently as guards. So that's a little weird.
Right? Yeah. What is
Never
up with
seen these things.
the pig people, and they don't seem to move very fast. They don't seem to be that effective, and they seem sort of retarded.
And so when they go to Jabba, it's funny because it's like the way they introduce him is hilarious. He's getting fanned, he's smoking opium.
And listening to
Every-
shitty fucking music.
It's a
and-
real gangster hut because these
Right?
motherfuckers just get on. They get high as fuck the whole day and drunk, and they party all day. And he has women slaves.
That's true,
what,
though.
on chains.
On chains. Yeah, he keeps
And he
his
had-
bitches on chains.
And they're like weird enough to where it is some like Middle Eastern gangster shit. Because
Yeah.
these are Middle Easterns.
It's a desert planet, and they have a lot of rugs, so I'm guessing so.
and they're smoking hookah.
Yeah, well,
Like, literally
I mean, a bunch of white people smoke hookah now, so you can't
Yeah,
say that
well,
that's
yeah.
a Middle Eastern thing.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's the rugs that set it off. The rugs and the shields on the wall.
And then he has his, like, Muppet friend. So that make it extra weird. His Muppet friend with his fucking pillow.
He's like
He has his
chilling
pillow.
on him. And he's
It's like the weirdest shit.
at least this Jabba looks better.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
They didn't take the fucking, they didn't retry, like, cause I wonder if what went through George Lucas's head, if he was literally like, dude, I might fuck this whole scene up if I try to make him CGI, but you know what? I'll make a CGI singer with a weird fucking mosquito mouth.
And the other furball guy, whatever the fuck
whatever
that was.
that was. He was supposed to be black, I guess.
That shit was retarded.
Yeah.
And Luke Luke gave R2 a message to give Jabba, and he's like, bro, let Han Solo out of the semen coma. I'll give you these 2 fucking droids. C-3PO gives great blowjobs. Are you down?
Yeah, C-3PO's arm is literally in the chicken wing jerk-off position, like, at all times.
And Jabba's like, no deal, bitch.
I'm
keeping the semen coma. He's my trophy. And he just takes the droids. So I don't know what Luke was planning initially. I really don't get it.
Because they even say, like, well, Lando and fucking...
I think he literally was offering the droids.
Yeah.
I don't think there was, like, a super plan like that.
And
I think he was originally going to go to Jabba the Hutt, and he was going to expect R2-D2 to, like, be near him and shoot the lightsaber to him. Because he didn't have a lightsaber.
No.
R2 had it.
Yeah. Well, he had the Force, apparently, which he just used to fucking clap those 2 dudes at the beginning.
Force choked the fuck out of those dudes.
When he
and
finally
he's wearing
does
black.
get there. Well, he's the man in black
Because
now.
do Jedi use Force chokes?
No.
We didn't
But
see it in the
He doesn't get to use
prequels.
lightning either, so apparently...
Yeah, but those are like the hierarchy Sith that do that. Darth Vader doesn't even do that.
No, guess not. Dooku can, though.
But he Force chokes, so maybe that's
Yeah.
the Skywalker, like, WWE move is the Force choke.
Well, I don't know. There's no planning in this movie. I don't even think they meant to give the Jedi, like, class-specific powers. Like, if you're good or bad. I think...
Yeah, I think they just
like,
wanted to give the fucking wrinkled-out Jew the fucking lightning.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they take the droids, and that's when you see, like, the hostile droid fucking torture.
droid
That shit's
hostile.
hilarious. One of them's getting their feet burned. He's like, whoa! See, those little robots can make that sound, right? In this...
Yeah, and they can say whatever they want, and then I don't get why the difference between the robots
One
are.
of the robots was being crucified, literally.
There's a spider robot at one point. When the droids first walk in, there's just a spider walking by. It looks exactly like a spider. It's just a robot.
Right? And still, through the first 10 minutes, it still sounds gibberish and made-up language.
Well, at one point, Jabba drops a stripper down the hole, and they all just sort of gang around and laugh at it for like 5 minutes.
You can see her
straight.
titties, too.
You can see her titties, and it's rated PG.
Straight, like, if you look close, her titties are straight showing.
Well, that's the glory of Blu-ray.
Right?
It also adds a weird halo effect around any ship because you can tell that's where they cut and paste it.
Well, yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
And like the speeder fucking action scenes and shit. What I wrote in my notes for that was the bitch with titties gets thrown, and Boba Fett is there chilling, getting at bitches.
Yeah, he is in the corner at one point, just like
Just
hey,
getting
what's
at
up,
bitches,
baby?
like touching bitches and shit. That shit's hilarious.
Dude, he is Lando with a helmet.
Yeah.
Just think about it when
He was looking for some spam.
Yeah, because the next scene
That's where
is
Jabba the Hutt has the ultra supply of spam.
But the next scene is Leia coming in, right? As the
Yeah, well, she dressed up as some Asian.
some weird fucking thing. But when she
just throws a dude down the stairs.
right. But when she has the bomb and turns it off, she looks at Boba Fett and he's like, "Yeah, bounty hunters."
Yeah, and that was weird, right? So she's like, "Yo, let me get." He's like, "I'll offer you 20." That shit was. Let's go over that little part, right? That
Yeah,
shit was
they
hilarious.
strike a
he's
deal.
like, she comes through with Chewbacca, which I'm still. If this is Luke's plan,
No, it's not though, because think about it, C-3PO and R2-D2 at the beginning say like, "Well, Chewbacca and Lando just sort of disappeared."
yeah.
So what? Lando's
So
there.
so
Chewbacca's
was
there.
Luke planning Lando because Lando had something planned.
I think that honestly that Luke is so dumb and lucky because of the Force
Okay.
that he was like we talked about this in the other episode. Luke's not smart.
No.
He's just very fucking
He's a
lucky.
pothead.
He's a pothead and he's arrogant.
He's more stoned in this one because he's like more focused.
Yeah.
Has concentrated stoner.
But even then, he has stoner ideas. He's like, you know what? I'll wait till I'm getting executed. I'll do a backflip. I'll catch that fucking lightsaber, and we'll be good. Like,
right?
Or he'll like, you know what? I got these droids. I'm gonna trade them for Han Solo to a fucking gangster. That is fucking Don Corleone of Star Wars.
It is.
What the fuck does he want with your like? That's like trading Don Corleone a Honda Civic. Like, what the fuck does he want a Honda Civic for? He's gonna take it from you because you offered, but he doesn't need it.
That's true.
Because granted that R2-D2 is like 30 years old at this point, and so is C-3PO, and C-3PO was homemade.
Well, and like, yeah, right? And so he offers 25 racks to her, and she's like, no, I want 50 racks, which I'm still not understanding why that was like a thing.
I think they just...
And then, like, so when C-3PO says it, this shit was hilarious. Like, Jabba the Hutt just, like, backslaps him, and he fucking...
Oh, yeah!
No! And he, like,
he
falls
stands up, he's like... Yeah.
What did I say?
C-3PO is such a bitch.
He is. He always gets himself in bitch situations and waddles his way out of it.
Yeah, he does. And, like, he's the one that's always complaining about it.
Everything.
Like, he's like, oh, I have to do this. Like, oh... I guess that's what happens when you have to suck human dick your whole fucking life and be programmed to do it.
He's a protocol droid. His protocol was to suck dick.
So, yeah. And then she's like, oh, well, I have the thermal Terminator. The thermal fucking detonator.
Might as well
the
be
fucking
called
grenade.
that.
And Jabba the Hutt's like, oh, yeah, that's my kind of scum.
Even fucking Boba Fett whips his gun out like he's about to shoot. Like, dude, she turned a grenade
And this
on
is
him.
why Tatooine is Arizona to me. Because it has weak gun laws, and there's a bunch of aliens speaking another foreign language.
Well, that would make it Mexico.
Well, aliens, though. So Mexico live in their own country, bro.
Yeah, but they're alien to us.
Exactly. And we can say that now.
Because we have the wall. We'll get to that in Lord of the Rings.
And it's crazy because like Lando's in a Flintstone costume, right?
Yeah,
And,
yeah, right. Well,
and they got other black guys that are guards that just look ridiculous.
And they got other black guys just hanging around.
You almost admire how this dude is getting us to buy into this story with all of this tomfoolery and fuckery going on. And
right?
With no dialogue. And then on top of that, even the fake languages, he doesn't even put subtitles half the time. Yeah. It's just you have to listen to the hubalaga bula.
Well, that's what pissed me off is like, so he used C-3PO as a translator so that we could be educated through C-3PO, but then he'll randomly use subtitles. So it's like, you don't need, they just did that to have C-3PO.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And how can everyone speak every language?
I don't know.
It seems like they can. Why would even need a translator?
And apparently Jabba the Hutt was setting up this Leia because when she frees Han from a semen cone, he's like, oh, I know that laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Jabba the Hutt's like, oh.
Well, they literally open up a curtain and they're all sitting there like, surprise! Like, we got you,
yeah,
bitch.
right?
And like they're blocking C-3PO's mouth like he has vocal cords.
And
like, what the fuck? He's a robot.
And now we're 20 minutes in.
Still nothing really
Still
significant.
nothing said besides a few Luke lines and a few Han Solo lines. And C-3PO being gay.
Yeah. And apparently...
maybe that's what C-3PO is doing. He's fighting for gay rights in this movie.
Apparently, because everything is sort of pretty gay in this movie so far. Han Solo falling out in his pirate clothes to be blind was the dumbest plot move ever.
Pirate?
Would you get going, you pirate?
But he's like, why does he need... that's what I didn't get. It just didn't make sense why he needed to be blind, other than that...
Because, bro, when you get 18 years worth of semen put in your face that you have to sleep in, it's kind of hard to open your eyes.
No, but for the point of the plot, why did he need to be blind other than to make it funny when he claps fucking Boba Fett?
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Like, that's it. That was the only reason he was blind.
And like you said, like, it's just them partying and monsters fucking each other, and then they go to sleep.
Yeah, because they fucking arrest Han. Like they're like.
So how did she not think somebody was there when she freed Han? Like, how convenient was that?
Well, because everyone was asleep around her. She was like looking at their fucking lifeless, drunk bodies.
Right.
She's like, well, they're all mollied out, but apparently what she forgot was that it was Coke Day, and they were actually all up behind a curtain like cokeheads do.
What's that? I know that laugh.
Hey, Jabba.
Man, and yeah, so Luke force chokes the pigs. He gets in, whatever. And we knew that was gonna happen.
He says
and
some
like
bitch shit.
When Jabba gets waken up because he's fucking slobbering from all the Xanny bars.
Fucking sleep apnea, Jabba.
And like it's funny. He just has pets. He has bitches. He gets moved on a set.
Yeah,
like Jabba the Hutt's life is real. Like, let's get real about that.
But think about
He's a fat, gross, sloppy fuck that gets whatever he wants.
So why did he put up? Why? This is what pissed
How
me
do
off
people
about
not kill this
scene.
motherfucker?
That's what I'm saying. Because remember when Luke or Jabba first meets up with Han in the very first one? He's got like 20 people that are strapped. But when Luke comes in and starts disrespecting, he has like no one that's strapped. He has a bunch of people with dull axes.
That's true.
Like, what's going on there?
I don't know.
It made it sort of dumb, like, as to why that was so easy for Luke to pull all of this off.
Well, because he wasn't pulling it all off.
No,
it
just
conveniently worked out.
He just did.
And, like, he's an idiot and gets caught up. Like, even C-3PO tries to say something. And Luke's like, well, I don't know what I'm standing on. I'm the Force, right? I can't feel a fucking monster underneath me.
Yeah, how did he get a monster? Why does everyone have monsters in Star Wars? They're just farming monsters?
And Jabba the Hutt is such a traditional bad guy because he wants to, like, kill him in the most extravagant, grandiose ways.
Right.
Like,
he's like, let's watch him get eaten. Who cares?
And how stupid. That was dumb. I don't care. That does not stand the test of time. That whole him versus Rancor is, like, the worst part of the Return of the Jedi to me.
Well, yeah, because...
He stuck a bone in between his mouth.
And then
he was like, hey, this might work. Urgh.
Then he dives and, like, literally he, like, Olympically hurled a rock. He, like, did that, pushed it off from his chest.
He javelin through it, bro.
Yeah, and fucking hit the platform and it...
He shot put in the rock.
Yeah. And in true Mexican fashion, it beheads the fucking Rancor.
And they're all like, oh, like you saw Jabba the Hutt's face. He's like, oh. Because you have to love Jabba, bro, because every time something goes wrong, his eyes, like, open up and he, like, twirls back. He's like, raw!
And they show that their puppeteer can't work two eyes at once because it's like one eyelid is always bigger than the other and opens faster.
Right.
And one eye is looking off.
So essentially, Luke gets lucky.
Super lucky. And that's when you see the fat, retarded guy run in and be like, oh, my God.
I've raped him since a little kid.
Right? And that's when he's like, bro, we're going to just kill you then, okay?
And their guards look hilarious. They look like fucking... They look like they awakened Emotep.
Yeah.
Why does all of his guards look like that?
Well, what pisses me off...
When the black guy looks like that, he just looks stupid. Like, he looks so out of... Like, even the actor, if you look at his face, he's like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, for real, bro.
Lando even is like, bro, what am I wearing? But that's when they take their party boat out so that he can execute him in another ridiculously easy to escape way.
Well, first he tells them that they're going to do that.
Yeah.
And this is how Han's a real thug. Because Han's like, they're like, yeah, you're going to be, C-3PO's like, yeah, you're ordered to be terminated immediately. And Han's like, all right, I hate waiting.
Yeah, he's like, the sooner the better. Jesus.
I thought I was going to die in that fucking semen coma. Shit.
It's like, I'm tired of smelling these Middle Eastern fuckers.
Yeah, so they go on a party bus to send them to the monster's pistachio.
Yeah, it's a foreskin that comes out of the ground and just.
It's a fucking pistachio.
Up. It is, yeah. It has its own commercial.
Yeah. Well, Snoop Dogg is sitting on it. He's like, yeah, about to eat some motherfuckers.
And Luke, like, straight up is arrogant enough. Well, I mean, it works out in the end, but he's arrogant enough to be like, yo, I'm gonna kill you all.
Yeah. He's still saying it.
Yeah.
And even Han's like, bro, like, can you quit the act? Like, you're not a fucking Jedi and just shut the fuck up. You're fucking looking autistic to all these people.
Even Han's like, bro, what's going on? I can't fucking see. Like, Luke, your face looks retarded.
And they have R2 serving drinks, which is hella real. And apparently he's had Luke's sword the whole time.
Yeah,
and Lando's just lurking.
He just shoots a lightsaber.
So there is a bit of suspense here.
Yeah. If
A little bit.
Well, a little bit in the sense that you can, like, you're guessing they have this plan figured out, but then when you actually watch it to completion, you're like, oh shit, they didn't know anything. They just did that.
They just did it. And, like, the lightsaber scenes are so stupid. Although Luke, like, he does kind of show it well. Like, holding a lightsaber.
He's good with the lightsaber, but the problem with this is that, okay, so you're going to show in other movies that people's hands are getting cut off and all this shit, but then when Luke's fighting all these pig people, like, nothing happens. He just whacks them with it, and they're like, ugh! Like, no blood,
Yeah,
no
he does
cuts.
the point trick, which is, like, I guess the coolest stunt. It's like, I could see that stunt at a Disney show.
Yeah.
You know, at a show at fucking Disneyland.
Might be one day.
And like I said, George Lucas says, you know, he's like, hey, you guys want to keep making fun of my double chin? I'm going to kill Boba Fett in the most retarded way you can think of.
Yeah, Han
I know
Solo
all you
being
fucking
blind.
fanboys love him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Boba Fett?
He's like,
and that
what?
Hawaiian gets eaten up quicker than a fucking sandwich that he put full of Spam and pineapple.
And then Han has to save Lando, Leia.
Shit was cartoonish.
Yeah,
he saves Lando and then, like...
Well, I like how he says that. He's about to shoot the tentacle, and he's like, wait, can you see? He's like, I can see well enough, motherfucker.
Shit was cartoonish. At the end of the day, it was cartoonish.
So does Han have the Force, too?
Maybe.
Because he just shot...
Well, I mean, you could argue that. He did birth Ben.
Yeah, because he just shot with being blind. He shot exactly what he was trying to shoot, which is like, with his limp-wristed way of shooting a gun doesn't make sense.
Because he shoots it like a thug.
He holds the laser sideways.
Yeah, so Leia makes Jabba choke on his own spit. Like I said, I don't think she really chokes him with the chain.
Yeah.
I think he's just so fat and on opium that he just choked on his own saliva.
And at this point...
C-3PO's getting his eye ate.
At this point in the movie, too, you're waiting for Jack Sparrow to pop out of nowhere because it's a pirate movie.
It's a fucking pirate movie. It's just a joke.
It is.
It's fucking
joke.
retarded. It's retarded.
The rest of the movie is like they're just different versions of shitty movies.
Because the next scene is you see the Emperor with a walking stick.
Yeah, apparently he's crippled through the Force.
And then he has a Freddy Krueger-ish laugh.
Yeah, he is.
Crucify him. You will crucify him if he doesn't choose to be the one.
I've got 30 pieces of galactic silver. Find his best friend.
And, yeah, so they just basically, him and Darth Vader fucking finger each other and just talk about, you know, getting Luke.
Darth Vader's like, sorry, Master, we're going to finish the Death Star on time. Because Darth Vader's middle management.
Yeah.
He's just a shitty, balding middle management guy with a fucking shitty mustard-colored tie. Like, he's hella mean to other people, but then when his boss comes, he's like, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, bro. And then Luke goes to see Yoda as he's cooking some Synagogue.
Yeah, and Yoda's like, spicy, this be. Too much for me to live.
He's like, I am 900 years old, you see.
I have eaten roots. Roots and hollow.
And he's basically telling him, like a Filipino man would, I feel like, that he's going to die. He's ready to die.
I think not only does he telling him that he's ready to die, he's so willing to not tell him that Darth Vader is his father that he's trying to rush and die.
It looks like, dude, you can't die, like, not because I care about you. Like, you need to tell me what the fuck is going on. Train me as a Jedi. And then, like, Yoda's like, you know, you don't need any more training, dude. Honestly, this is all a hoax and bullshit. Like,
he's like, when you kill Darth Vader.
You don't. And then Luke's like, so I am a Jedi. And then Yoda's like, no. Sorry, I'm Filipino. I smoke Newports.
What does he say that he's like, defeat Vader you must, and your training will be complete.
Yeah, or no, confront him.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't say he has to kill him. Only Obi-Wan Kenobi wants to kill him, which he makes painfully clear in the next scene.
In his ghost rape scene.
This is how you can tell he didn't fucking plan the first one out, because Obi-Wan, he confronts him. He's like, Obi-Wan, why didn't you tell me that was my dad? And he's like, I didn't want to.
But Yoda does.
Yeah.
Yoda tells him that he's his dad, and then Yoda dies. And then that's when Wait. No, yeah, that's it, right?
That's
And
when Luke's about to leave and straight up leave Yoda in his house dead.
Is that the next scene with Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
With the okay.
Because as he's pouting on his way to his ship, Obi-Wan comes out of nowhere just to pay him a little visit, just to check in.
Right? And no, yeah, so the ghost scene. And like Luke's more comfortable around Obi-Wan as a ghost because he knows, hey, you can't really touch me.
Yeah, or can he? Force ghost. But yeah, he asks Obi-Wan, he's like, why didn't you tell me? And Obi-Wan comes up with the most bullshit answer. He's like, well, I didn't want to, first of all, because
I did cut your dad's nuts, dick, and 3 limbs off.
Yeah. And he's like,
I just want you to finish the job because he's a fucking asshole.
But he does that, like, dude, where he's like, he's smart, but he's also an idiot, so that he's like, he realizes he fucked up, so he's come up with an excuse. And he's like, well, I said Anakin died and Darth Vader killed him because that is what happened, so I did tell you.
And that's my bigger question, like I said, about the whole social fatherless kid thing, is as you see being a fatherless kid, you don't know what your path is. You know, you don't have a direction. So he's searching for people to tell him his direction. And that's where I think he gets manipulated a little bit by both sides.
Yeah.
By, the Emperor getting him to attempt to kill him. By the Jedi getting him to just want to be on board to be a Jedi because his dad was a Jedi.
Right.
Like, that's sort of like my thing about this movie. Like, it does kind of show that, and it makes Luke relatable to especially people like, people that don't have a father growing up. It makes it relatable to Luke that he's just always looking for, like, his dad. He's still looking for his dad's acceptance, even though he's never met the motherfucker. And when he did, he realized, oh, shit, you're an evil guy with a dickhead helmet.
Yeah, but if you were, like, a 6-year-old without a dad and you watched this movie, what you would take away from it would be, I've got to go find my dad and kill him.
And if I don't do that, I'm going to get touched by a bunch of older men. Right? A green Filipino man or an old beetle.
An old beetle. Luke.
And Lando's like a general now, right? Apparently.
That's
and
also the
Han's like, what
thing.
the fuck? Like, you're a scumbag, bro. How are you a general?
Han does play this one off. He's like, you got the hard mission, bro. Yeah. Like, don't even trip. And then they're like, oh, you know that suicide mission we have? Solo, you ready? And Solo's like, ha, I actually got the hard mission, you pussy.
Yeah, and all the while this is going on, they're still talking to Luke, and like that's when Obi-Wan does tell him about his sister now, and he's like, yeah, dude, like in case you were too much of a pothead to come through, we had your sister in the back pocket, bro. I'll let you know that right now. And your father's, I forgot to mention you also that your father is a fucking machine because I chopped all of his fucking limbs off.
Right? And he's like,
that was me.
You have to kill him. I know Yoda said you can defeat him, but you actually have to kill him. Because I want him to be dead. I hate that kid. He ruined my life. This is a vendetta of
He took my youth.
Right,
I just wanted to be a goddamn Jedi for a while. Fuck some bitches. He ruined it. Now I have to touch boys, and I didn't even like that at first. Qui-Gon made me.
Qui-Gon was pretty convincing.
Yeah, and then we go into the Death Star explanation, right?
Which is like,
about shitty Death Star that's like somehow worse than the first.
Right,
movie.
and if you want to hear us talk about this, just go back to A New Hope because it's the same fucking thing, except for they have better
Episode
plans.
27.
Yeah, they have
iTunes,
better...
SoundCloud, Stitcher.
They have better plans this time. That's the only difference in this scene is their plans look better. Like it looks like a real plan. It's not just a bunch of white dots floating around.
And Allahu Akbar is like, we must go to the planet of Endor. That's where you'll meet the Aborigines.
Right?
You pirate.
And Luke just walks in. He's like, yeah, I'll join you guys. And Leia's like, so is he joining? Like, because I need to do some coke and I can't just be doing it.
Right, she even has like a little she Xanax lapse right there in the middle of her speech. She's like, wait, what were we talking about again?
She's fucking high as
Star
fuck
Wars.
in this movie.
She's like, I thought I was 12
She's more soft-spoken. She's less focused. Han, you could tell.
Han, come here.
And if you look closely, she has all of her fingernails cut except for one.
That's true. And it's not on her pinky, surprisingly.
Well, some girls like to do it on their index. The some I've met.
And it's funny because at this point, it's
and
like...
Then, and then you're right, Lando's like...
Would you get going, you pirate?
He's like, can I borrow your
That's
ship?
my one line, bruh.
He's like, can I borrow
I'll take
your...
the Falcon.
He's like, can I borrow your ship? And Han looks at him, he's like, I don't know about your kind. You might take it. He's like, that Jerry curl ain't fucking fooling me, motherfucker.
So apparently the mission was for Han Solo and them to fly an Empire ship, as Han Solo has shown numerous times that he'll fuck up cover. He's not a very good undercover person. But yeah, let's send Han Solo. He uses the code to get into their shield, correct?
And Vader just lets him pass.
Because Luke's on the ship.
Yeah.
They don't want to kill
Even
Luke.
Luke's
they
like...
want to find Luke. And Luke's like, fuck, I know.
He's like, I could see his, like, the eye of Sauron looking at me. I could feel
I get
it.
high and I make these goddamn decisions, and now it always fucking costs us,
It's
man.
hard when you walk around and your only weapon is a bong, too, okay? I'm trying not to smoke this much, but fuck.
Yeah. And Vader tells them to lead him to him. Like, I got you, bro. Lead him to me.
Yeah, so
You know?
then this is when... So this is the weird point in the movie, because it starts to become, like, all these different scenes. Like, it starts to separate...
Sorry, I don't know why I just decided to, like, open my mouth to burp.
But it starts to become, like, all these, like, different, you know, categories of movies. Like, here's the Ewoks fighting, here's the fucking this, and that.
And we'll get to that.
But it's, like... It's so... It's well done, but incredibly frayed at the same time. Like, especially starting after they meet the Ewoks.
Yeah, like, I could see if you have no investment in Star Wars, you being, like, looking at the person that does, being like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, because...
Like, what is literally wrong with you?
When you
Why
watch
is this
it,
shit entertaining you?
they're on the first thing they do when they get in the Forest Planet is do a speeder race. They just have a race.
Well, no, it's again a hero fucking up in this
That's
movie.
right.
It's Han Solo trying to do shit, and then he trips. And then he's like, oh, I already fell, so let me just act like I got shot, and I'm going to drop to the ground. Like, what an asshole,
But
right?
he does
And he
fist fight
fucks it
a
all up.
fucking stormtrooper to death.
And then that's when the speeder scene goes. And, of course, Han Solo is, like, stuck fighting one dude. Han Solo was sort of an afterthought in this movie. He really was.
Yeah.
As far as being, like, a part of the main story.
So was Luke, though.
I mean, Luke is the main story, but I'm saying Han, as opposed to Empire Strikes Back, he's way less a factor in this story.
Well, his factor is to crack jokes and fucking action.
Be an ass.
Just do action stuff.
Be an ass.
Well,
He's been an ass the whole movie.
The whole indoor scene, like, yeah, okay, they fucking were, like they're flying through fucking speed. That part is about the only cool part of Endor.
Yeah.
Until they get to the battle. Because then what happens next? They fucking meet the teddy bear fucking junction. Right? And they fucking fall in love with C-3PO because he's a shiny gold man. Much like the fucking native Aztecs, right? They thought white people were gods. Like, so yeah, they're just...
Well, that's after Leia, like, has her white... We'll talk about this.
She has some white guilt problem.
The way that Luke, Leia, and Han Solo react to these pygmy native jungle folk.
That's right, because she meets them first.
Is the funniest shit, because it's exactly how white people act when they do meet Native Americans or whatnot. It's this, like, condescending, sarcastic smile.
But sort of afraid.
And, like, who are these guys? But, like, what the fuck are they?
You're like, oh, you're so cute. You're stupid.
It's hilarious when they first see it. It's so stereotypical of, like, what white people would do when they see people like that. And they're pygmy aborigines. That's what they are.
Just pygmies, man.
And it's funny because, like I said, they have this real, like, I don't know if you've seen this in your life, but I've experienced it in my life where there's this white guy that had this, you know, phenomenon, like, connection with a Native American tribe or a Polynesian tribe. And now they think they're, like, a part of it, even when, though, behind their back, the Native Americans are like, dude, can we get this fucking gringo out of here?
I used to
kill him.
I used to date this white chick who collected fucking reparations.
Really?
Yeah, apparently she was just enough. And her mom literally thought she was, like, the Native American priestess.
And, well, my point of saying that is you would feel like that's how the white man always reacts. The white man. That's how the white man always reacts. John Smith when he gets Pocahontas, the white man. Every
White men
John
are just-
Smith,
just-
every John Smith in this story is just looking at these Ewoks like these fucking jungle. And even like I said, George Lucas like makes it 10 times worse when he's just like has them babble on. They're like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
and you're like, dude, are they gonna stop? And they don't.
Well, yeah, and it's gibberish little teddy bears, and some of them, like, people used to think Ewoks are cute, but man, watch that shit in Blu-ray. There were some ugly little
creepy.
fuckers, right?
They're creepy.
Like, they're creepy as fuck. And I don't know, was he trying to get some of Leia's titty?
It seemed like
going on?
But she was all LSD'd out. That she was like, "Whoa, how did George even make this midget look like that?"
She was so on Prozac that, like, the beef jerky wasn't even, like, part of the character. That wasn't even
Yeah, she
supposed
just
to
had
happen.
that around. She was just high and hungry.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh wait, I can't fucking inject or snort that. I'll just eat it."
Where'd I get this beef jerky from, man? I guess this little bear wants it. He's talking to me again.
And they have like a little fight with the two stormtroopers. You gotta actually the stormtroopers in the forest. Those uniforms were funky fresh.
Well, yeah,
Gotta
dude,
fuck
they
them.
were killing it.
And but they like fight them, right? I don't even remember how she wins.
They just
It's some
fucking
bullshit.
like it was some dumb Ewok bull. He like sneaks around and pisses him off, right?
Yeah.
That's some stupid shit. Who gives a fuck? And like Ewoks apparently are just selfish little bastards. They're just trying to get the fuck away. And then you hit.
That's how they sound, man.
Then you hit your. You hit
So
your
those are
stride
midgets,
with
right?
them. I
Playing
don't
those?
know. I would assume
They're not
so.
puppets.
Yeah, they're no.
I
They're,
forgot what. I mean, I didn't look that up. I don't care to look that up.
George Lucas used the power of his beard to make actual miniature teddy bears come to life.
Yeah. It could happen
Well,
in George Lucas world.
Well, he came up with fucking Star Wars, which is the most mindless shit that ever made $1 billion.
Yeah, and speaking of mindless shit, the black dickhead shows up and he's got a fresh chain now.
Pimp Vader.
The chain's fresh to hold his cape up. I never really noticed that till now how fresh that chain looks.
Well, it's cool in
Like-
the older ones. I feel
Yeah.
like in what was that? Rogue One, the Darth Vader costume looked like shit.
Yeah, and then like obviously no, and we'll get to that. Okay, I'm not. You know what? Fuck, I'm talking about it now. I want to know what people hate on Revenge of the Sith for that no part. When in
Yeah.
this fucking movie, he does it the same way, the same tone, same length, and no one hates on it.
Let's look because
So what? How was it corny? I mean, his wife died and his son's being killed. That's not the same exact sort of feeling that you would have to say that kind of shit.
I don't know. Maybe
So
because
what makes
he
it
was a
cornier?
gimp. He only had one hand. They felt sorry for him.
Well, he would have been a gimp because he was a fucking horn dog.
He's a gimp in both regards, right? Because he's wearing a leather suit and he's also fucking handicapped.
And that maybe could include why Darth Vader is a prick as Darth Vader, because he's not getting pussy anymore. Because he actually was starting to get pussy
Well,
as
yeah.
a Jedi.
So why is he snitch then? Because that's what he does next. He snitches on Luke.
Yeah, because he kept him alive, because he could have destroyed the ship in one of Han Solo and Luke's stupid fuckboy ideas that they have that always get them caught up. Where
Even
they almost
Luke's-
got caught up with the code, which they did get caught up. But
Yeah.
Vader let them go because in the end they were going to get in worse situation. So he was like,
Apparently.
fine, I'm just going to fuck him over. And then that leads to the next scene, which we'll get into, which is where they fail and they get trapped in a fucking net.
Yeah.
And then the Luke Hut shit almost failed. He could have been killed by the Rancor if he wasn't somewhat athletic and could aim.
Bro, this
He
whole...
would have been killed by the Rancor. He would have been killed by Jabba the Hutt if Jabba the Hutt wasn't a greasy fucking scumbag.
partying all the time on their fucking... If he took the actual boat instead of the party
And just
boat,
shot
maybe.
him. Or
Yeah.
just shot him.
Just killed him right there.
And then you got the Han Solo running up on the Stormtrooper and he just gets his ass kicked. Leia luckily
Right.
getting into fuckboy shit also. So
Han
it's just like...
accidentally killing fucking, Boba Fett.
It's almost Jar Jar Binks shit.
It is Jar Jar Binks shit. The whole movie is Jar Jar Binks shit.
And it's Scooby-Doo also. It's like all the Harlem Globetrotters are Scooby-Doo. Got fucking caught in a net. It's the same fucking premise.
But yeah, so the Emperor's just said, what does he say?
He's like, he will come before you, and I will come before him.
Yeah, he does some shit like that. Like, dude, and he knows
like a
it's
Valley
rape.
Girl. It was like, yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying he's like, he knew it was so molesty that he's like, I'm just gonna sound like a Valley Girl to make this sound even like queerer when you like listen to it closer.
He will come to you, and then you will bring him before me.
And make you more weirded out.
Right? He's like, you will bring him to me so that I may touch his penis. All Jedis want to do is touch
at this point, this
dick.
is like I said, Vader's he's a dad coaching his kid. He's always referring to him as his son now. And
My son.
I could feel my son. It's still in my balls. My semen could make children. I promise.
Right? But now it can't because it was fucking burnt off on the fucking lava planet.
Well, that's what he's trying to prove to himself is if his semen is, what do they call it? Virile or whatever.
Yeah. Of the Force.
If his semen's virile.
If it's of the Force.
Yeah. So the next scene is them just fucking goofing off, and Luke being idiotic again when he's supposed to foresee shit, can't foresee who touches this.
The
who was
deer
it?
carcass?
Yeah, who was it? It was Chewie, right?
Yeah.
It was Chewie like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck it and then eat it.
Free food. That's what he was saying. Everybody else was like, Jesus, why do we fucking hang out with this hairy bastard?
He doesn't even really kill anybody.
Yeah, not in this one.
We just need his weapon. He doesn't do shit.
Eventually he starts clapping people, but it's really just Han using
Well,
the weapon.
New Hope, he has the bitch slap of the century. He'll kill you with a bitch slap.
Yeah, he literally comes down on the dude's head and just knocks him out.
And he looks like giant pubes.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a dude feathered and steam pressed his pubes. And that's what Chewbacca looks like.
He's what fucking Hal from Malcolm
But he
in the
has a
Middle
super
looks like.
strap on him. He just wears a strap.
Why
An
did-
actual strap.
I always
full of
wonder though,
weapons.
why is the bowcaster a bow? Why does it have a string? It's a laser.
I don't know.
Why not just make a rifle?
I don't get the string.
I don't get the parts that come out the side. It's not a fucking bow.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Are they just fucking that, like, dumb?
I guess so. And that's when the Ewoks show up, and of course, like native forest folk, they show up all together, like as a community, to find these people and be interested
As an
in them.
ambush, yeah.
They identify a god to them, and they're scared of white people
They're fucking tree bears.
with guns. And like I said, so Leia and Han Solo and Luke kind of have this prickish, condescending look on their face. What the fuck are these fucking
Even
things?
Han is like
I
being
can
a
take
dick.
over your land if I want.
Yeah,
Make
even-
you pay for it later.
When they realize they're worshiping C-3PO, Han is like, the fuck? He like says some shit and
Yeah.
he's like, bro, why the fuck are they worshiping this dumbass?
Right? He's like, yeah, he's a friend of mine. I'll
Yeah.
whoop your god's ass if I want to.
He's a little fucking queer, but I guess.
Yeah, so it just makes it seem like George Lucas is making fun of all junk, like native folk, with the Ewoks. It just feels like that to me.
Really though, they are those lost tribes that just come up and they're like, oh shit, that gun is magic.
And of course, what are the first thing that native people do with people that they don't recognize?
They try to cook them.
They try to sacrifice them
Sacrifice
to their
them?
god
Yeah.
to eat them. And tell me that's not making fun of something, bro.
Well, yeah,
Like-
dude, it's pretty fucked up.
Like the Gungans just hinted at that, but this is like so underlined, and you're so blinded by the hokiness of Star Wars that you're not seeing the racism.
Right, because like they're like the Amazonian tribe that was just fucking was there to kill people. And I mean,
somehow he makes them cute by like, oh, we're gonna have one like hump Han Solo's leg for like 2 hours straight.
one of them will fall in love with the Wookiee. Leia will be their queen, I guess. Her titty
Right.
will fall out.
And the Ewok speak is just elongated gibberish.
And even
That's all it is.
right, and so they get captured. That might be the most hokey scene in the whole is when Luke has to use the Force to get free.
But it was kind of cool though.
Yeah, but it's not the way you think it is. He just floats a
Because
chair.
C-3PO is just being a dick. He's like, actually, I kind of like this shit. Like, wait, I'm going to work for you fuckers, and these motherfuckers are worshiping me?
But if C-3PO is a god, why couldn't he just tell him to stop killing them?
Well,
Like, they just
weren't
bucked on
listening to him.
Yeah, so he wasn't that good of a god, apparently.
And then Luke did the fucking David Blaine fucking levitation fucking trick.
He's like, I will make you levitate in your
Bro,
chair.
imagine if this shit was an 81, I feel it. But, like, a lot of this shit it's cartoonish, man. It's so not that entertaining in cinema when you think about it.
So
It's just entertaining because it's fucking stupid. A levitation trick. They get caught in a net. There's some
That's
teddy
right.
bears, some living teddy bears, space, and ships. That's it. That's Star Wars.
It's fluff. It's mostly fluff. Because think about it, the next scene is literally C-3PO telling the Ewoks the story of Star Wars. Like, that's what they're doing. And that's when Luke pussies up to fucking Leia, and he's like,
Yeah.
we need to talk.
Oh, that's the worst scene I think ever in Star Wars.
I don't even really want to, like, think about that.
And
scene
how
ever.
high was she for that?
Oh, dude, she
You could
was
tell
so
she wasn't
on.
even looking at him. She was looking behind him. She was like, wow, how's it like this dark up here?
She's like, are those
Like,
real bears?
I wonder if I could grab that moon with my hand.
She's like, I still don't know if I'm in a movie or if this is real, my new real life.
She's trying to snort the stars in the air also.
Do you
Looks
think
like
that-
fucking meth crystals to her.
Do you think that's why she was the most intense actress? Because she actually thought Star Wars was real? Like, she was living it?
Luke, I don't even know, like, did they tell him to look down? Is he autistic?
With that haircut.
He looks down all the time.
Well, he's emo now. He's wearing all black. He lost a hand. You know?
All off screen, by
All
the
off
way.
screen.
Or not the
Well, the
hand
hand.
part, but all this, like, being dark and all of a sudden force choking motherfuckers and having bars with a lightsaber apparently just
Well,
happened.
We see at the beginning that apparently a significant amount of time has passed since the last movie, and all that shit just sort of happened.
And yeah, so you're right, he pussies up essentially. He's like, I'm your brother. Like, we should have known that. Like,
And she was like,
she's
I
like, I don't
did.
care. Still just rub it on my pussy once, please.
She's like, I know it's
They're
bigger
like,
than
Leia,
Han's.
that's not in the script.
I,
But
I know the Force can make it vibrate.
so what I think is they were just like having like fuck parties in
Oh,
front
yeah.
of each other.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were just fucking each other.
Everybody.
All of them.
Even Chewie in the costume.
The Ewoks were fucking even.
That
getting
was
some
the
action.
furry. That was when they had the furry convention in town.
Well, that's what happened at first. They went and raped her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why
The
she
Ewoks
came out
raped
all
her.
fucking bathed and shit. Because she was too high to even know what was going on. They had to wash her up because she was fucking gross.
So yeah, he tells her they're sisters and that he has to go fucking meet Vader to take off his dickhead and show what's really inside of that staff.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
an old,
That's
decrepit white man.
Luke's plan is
Man.
like, I'm gonna go find Vader. Later, guys. And Han comes out and he's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
After he just yokes the fuck out of C-3PO.
That's
He's like, hey, yeah, do this and that, do this and that. And can you hurry the fuck up?
It's like, we're trying to get this along here. I've got fucking planes to fly and crash.
Yeah, and Han's just being a jealous douche. And of course that's what they have to make him now.
It's just
Kind
a
of
jealous
disappointing.
douche.
Han Solo's pretty disappointed.
And they
in
could have
this
squashed that in this right away, but she's all like, "Nah, I got it later. We're in a hurry, even though we're gonna wait."
one. Yeah, it's sort of weird, right?
I don't know. This, like I said, this Star Wars was not very well thought out. It's just a random event, like, and for whatever the reason, when they're trying to build just like a little bit of tension or whatever,
Yeah.
it just fucking falls apart.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not necessarily.
Well, I mean, it's not better than one of the movies within this series, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, within the episodes 4 through 6.
Yeah.
So it's not like that great, but still, like I said, I'm entertained at this point. Still, I'm still entertained.
Yeah.
And isn't that the point? This is a fucking Star Wars movie. We didn't come here for the dialogue. We didn't come here for the dialogue or even the plot necessarily.
No.
We came here for being entertained, action, and characters interacting. No matter how stupid the story may be surrounding all of that bullshit. Or how shitty the acting is.
Well,
because Luke, I feel like
terrible.
Luke became more retarded.
He definitely became more retarded.
He's autistic, I'm telling you.
Yeah, well...
Because, think about it. At first, he was like this stoner, right? He was the stoner that stayed at home. That was his shit. And then in Empire, he's sort of just becoming like a depressed bitch, right? And then in this one, he thinks he's like a Jedi, but really he's just like kind of dumb.
Oh, he's definitely kind of dumb.
But he has this like blind faith that he is a Jedi. And even everyone is like, dude, okay. Like, even if you think you are, you'd be the only one in the world.
Well, yeah, exactly. And every other Jedi is dead. So now he just thinks that, oh, dude, I'm the chosen one.
Yeah.
I'm the one.
I am the Jedi.
Yeah. He's just going to become the Jedi.
With no training.
Well, that's what's weird about it. Like, he literally somehow does become the Jedi. Like, because in this part, there's no explanation as to how deep Jedi training goes or whatever. So, apparently, and they show it in the last battle, not to jump far ahead, but the more, like, the angrier you get, the rawer you are. And the more likely you are to make your opponent trip. So you can cut his hand off.
Another disappointing action scene also.
Yeah, that fucking shit sucked.
And like I said, so, like, Luke turns himself in, and he has that little interaction with Vader.
Yeah,
he's like, come on, Father. Father. I'm going to try and look at you when I talk to you. It still looks like a dick to me.
It's hard for me to look at your face, Father, because you're 7 feet tall.
And then Vader's like, I have to obey my master. Once he touches you, he owns you.
It's true, though, because the master's the one who diddles his buttons. He doesn't know what the fuck his chest plate does.
And he's like, you have learned well, my son. My son.
He's like, I'm surprised that Obi-Wan let go of your dick long enough for you to come out here. And he's like, dude, Dad.
Yeah, isn't that the funny part? It's not even for Vader. I feel like it's nothing to do with the evil, the Emperor. It was just more like, dude, fuck Obi-Wan, man.
Right?
Fuck that. Because think about it. If you go from Revenge of the Sith, why wouldn't he be that heated at Obi-Wan? He's like super fuck Obi-Wan. He thinks that he was fucking Padme, got him to want to kill Padme, and then chopped his wiener, his 2 legs, and his fucking arm off.
Oh my god, it's true though. He's never allowed to have sex again. He can't even breathe on his own. And his head looks like a penis, inside and out.
And then on top of all that, he sets up him with his own son.
Just to fight. He's like, you know who I'm going to find to defeat you? I'm going to wait 20 years and have your son kill you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So maybe that was driving Darth Vader the whole time, was fuck Obi-Wan.
Yeah, why couldn't...
What if Obi-Wan just, like, needed... What if he was the whole reason why this shit happened?
Well, why couldn't Obi-Wan have just fought Vader?
He did.
Well, I mean, earlier. Like, he waited for, like, 20 years.
Yeah, that's because Obi-Wan was fucking in his fucking little cave looking at boy porn.
It's like, this intrigues me.
Yeah, so...
Feel the voice in that wiener.
So, yeah, and then all that shit happens, and then when all seems failed at the SHIELD base... Is that right? Is that where we're at? Oh, yeah, the SHIELD base. The Ewoks come through for all the fucking humans. They essentially save them.
Well, yeah. Well, no, first it shows the fishy Asian guy hanging out with Lando. It does like a cutscene to that. Flying in, because now they're attacking the Death Star.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Allahu Akbar is fucking...
Well, what does that dude sound like again? No, not that part of the dude with Lando. That was straight Asian.
Okay, so that dude's a fucking Filipino. Like, okay, all the other shit,
like,
that dude's a He's like, Buna, di na na
They show that. But yeah, then the Ewoks just sort of come. Yeah, that's when the Ewok just disappears and GURPS the speeder, right?
Yeah.
Just fucking...
Comes through for them.
Yeah, for no reason.
Because, I mean, if they don't pull that flank move off, it's over.
Well,
and again, some more cartoonish shit, and the biggest action movie of this year, what we get from Han Solo is him running past a guy and tapping him on the shoulder and leading him to his fucking army.
That's
what we
right.
get in an action movie.
That's right. And that's all it
hilarious.
does. They just give up. And then, but then you see shit really start popping off because they reveal that they had a battalion on the fucking, like, planet.
Yeah.
Just been
Because
guarding
the
it.
Emperor foresaw it in his foreskin.
Yeah, so shit starts really popping off now.
Yeah. Which
Which is like you said, apparently for the biggest action movie. Are you kidding me? It was a bunch of teddy bears fighting fucking, like, robots, essentially. The stormtroopers are essentially just robots.
And that's when you see the Emperor, because Vader makes him, because, you know, like I said, it's the Boy Scouting of good and evil trying to get Luke.
They're recruiting.
They're recruiting. He was the number one recruit. He was the LeBron out of high school.
Yeah, and he's...
Everybody wanted.
The dark side apparently needs him, even though it seems like they're doing just fine without him.
It seems like they're doing too much just to get this cat.
Yeah, because if they just fucking blown that ship up, their problems would have been over with.
But that's how Star Wars has to be set up. It has to be set up to be convenient so that it looks that bad, but then everything happens and it all goes well.
Yeah.
Because of all these contingencies that the evil bad guy has to have.
Yeah, but even...
To make... Like, it's always, you know, Pinky at his fucking lip, like, I've done this now.
He even said that he's like, the shield generator will be quite operational.
Well, the way he said that, he's like, he, like, went to this, like, vibrato, like he's in choristers. He's like, I'm afraid that the activated shield will be activated.
Oh, I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
He does.
And
it's fucking some crazy, like, hypnotic
it's like
shit.
Jew choir.
Yeah, well, I mean, what is he trying to do? He's trying to get that money. Trying to build the ultimate weapon.
And if he doesn't get his prodigy, he's going to crucify him.
Yeah. And that's what...
And he wears hoods, and he has a really big nose that sticks outside of that hood.
A dimple chin, apparently. So
And
what?
it seems like he worships and studies.
I don't... He's just... And what is up with... In this one, every time Vader walks away, this fool is just talking to, like...
Because the Force is a religion.
Well, yeah, are those two other
Force is
priests he's
religion.
talking to, then? Because remember, there's just some scenes where the Emperor turns around and just starts, like, talking to these two dudes. They look like fucking other clan members.
Yeah.
And Vader's
Or
like...
those red, like, guards he has.
Yeah, what are those? Those are clan members. So is he
Yeah.
a grand wizard? Is that what they call him?
members.
Yeah. He's the dragon or something like that.
Okay, wait. Let's study that real quick.
Well, all of
The
the
hierarchy
stormtroopers are
are white.
yeah.
And the hierarchy bodyguards for this fucking Jew are red.
Darth Vader's black. And
he's essentially the slave. He's a slave.
Yes, he can't even let his own son free.
Holy shit.
So is this movie... I told you that this Star Wars was the epitome of the Civil War. Now we've gotten to the real truth of it.
Oh, fuck.
All these hillbillies fighting each other. Oh, shit.
With his fucking ears flapping around and his chin getting more dopey.
Oh, God.
Fucking fish, man.
Yeah, there's just some random flying moments, and then you have,
And
it's cool, I guess. They fucking start fighting. Then the fighting begins. Right?
it's the end of your insignificant rebellion. Watch as I choke on my own semen after I rape you, boy.
That's what he said.
Now, you must die.
He is Voldemort. Oh, shit.
Yeah, and he looks like he has fucking eczema all over his fucking face.
Well, that's what the lightning does. Fucks his skin up, too. You can't keep all that shit in your fingertips without feeling it.
And he must feel bad because he planned this whole trap, and then a drug-dealing, smuggling black guy figures it out, man. Saves the whole fleet. So you know that must piss off his racist ass.
Because Lando's like, just fucking wait it out, bro.
And that's what makes Lando dope. Like, Lando might be one of my favorite characters because he's just like, hey, what's up, man? This is fucking Star Wars. All right, I'm about to do this shit. Fuck that.
It's like, hey,
I'm putting
guys.
my city on, boy.
He is like that. He's like, Cloud City represent. Hey, guys.
That's why he has that Filipino guy.
That's his smuggling buddy. That's right. They fucking hold down the streets of Cloud City. Ain't no one fucking with them.
And then mean all the while, Ewoks are dying and we're supposed to feel sad. When
Well,
really it's just funny. You're
Are
like, yeah.
they dying though? Because they're fucking. Those
No, one of them
stormtroopers
died.
up-
No, he's
yeah.
like,
Oh, he cries. That's right. He cries. They do a Saving Private Ryan scene.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But they start kicking ass.
And the Emperor's like, fire at will. I'll fire on this boy's penis.
That's where he wants to shoot the lightning. Is right up the tip
No, he wants to circumcise Luke, and Luke's scared.
with the lightsaber.
With the lightsaber. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so at that point, he's like, fire at will. Luke, spread your cheeks. I just want to give a rim job with my nose. If not, you will die.
I shaped my chin like an ass on purpose.
No!
Luke's like, I'm a good Jedi. Shut up. They're gonna win. Fuck you.
That is how he sounds, though. And you can tell he's getting, like, more heated. Like, he's getting more butthurt about it. He's like, fuck!
It's like, those are my friends. Like, why are you getting mad? It's like, he's literally, like, actually talking to his dad, like an emo kid talking to his dad.
Father! Ah!
He's...
So that's all that shit's retarded.
It's like, I see your misery, Dad. You're miserable at your dead-end job, and I just want to save you from it.
And then, woohoo! Mama woo! Jar Jar Binks almost comes back and fucking Ewoks do some jungle shit and they beat up all the stormtroopers now. Now they have all the momentum. Somehow they plan 2 logs to be as far swinging as high as an at to hit it perfectly and smash it with logs.
Well, wait.
That was a little questionable.
My thought was that they had been occupied for a minute, though. So maybe they had
That's
this
what I thought
planned
too,
out.
yeah. And so they pull off all their fucking
Apparently-
forest folk shit.
Arrows will kill through the armor now? Why do they wear this fucking armor?
Bro, they are natives, man. They're natives.
I get that, but why are the stormtroopers wearing armor?
I don't know.
Those arrows go through it. If an arrow can go through it, you don't think anything else can go through it.
And, okay, so I wanted to go over this first, and I fucked it up. When they get into the base, they get caught, right? That's when the plan comes through. The Emperor's like, yeah, all this shit went down.
Well, they have their little
Show
Job
me,
of the Hutt
Luke.
reveal, too.
Luke, you better bleach your ass first. Or you'll die. And fucking... They go into the base, right? And the funniest shit, like, I swear to God, if anyone is under the influence, drunk or high, would think this is the funniest fucking shit ever. Because he goes in and the dude's like, stop! As you tell, clearly computer-generated background.
Yeah.
Stop! And he has, like, this, like, it almost looks like a microwave. He just throws it at the dude. It's the fucking funniest shit. I laughed so fucking hard when I saw that.
Well, because at this point...
Because you don't notice it, I feel like. You can watch this movie twice and not even really notice that part.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, they're transitioning into Indiana Jones, essentially. That's where they were going with this one.
And, yeah, so then they get caught, and then for them to get back in is when the Ewoks save the day and help them and whatnot. But they still can't get back in because they're idiots.
Well,
And instead of, like,
the door.
well, because they're so dependent on the droids. Because the real heroes in the first 3 Star Wars movies are the fucking droids.
They've pushed most of the plot so far.
Bro, they would have died in almost every movie and 2 different times in New Hope if it wasn't for the droids.
2 different times in this one.
Where's the second?
C-3PO is the only one that saved them from the Ewoks.
That's right. Well,
Sort of.
I mean, Luke could have just fucking force choked all of them at once.
Well, he does it for pigs. Why wouldn't he do it for bears? He doesn't give a shit about people who aren't human. He's racist. He's the son of a racist.
Yeah. So that's my point. Like, I just feel like the droids are the real heroes here. Because what happens, Han Solo depends on them to get like this shit, the control panel to go back in the fort or whatever, and fight. I think Shao Tsung.
that's the plan. Is to fucking or some Doom level.
Mortal Kombat. And then
they're actually looking for the Ninja Turtles. That was the sewer system.
But yeah, so they have them fucking fix it, right? And R2 gets blasted.
Fucked.
And Han Solo's just like, oh yeah, well then maybe I can do my criminal shit that I could have like done fucking 10 minutes ago instead of waiting for the droid to come to me to do this.
He doesn't even get that far though. Because isn't it fucking Chewie who opens the door ultimately?
Yeah, it was Chewie.
After they...
Because Han was like, oh, fuck it. We already got some ammo. I'm not going to do that shit.
Yeah, after they GURP the fucking ATST, this fool comes, like, they, like, blow the fuck out of the stormtroopers at this point.
Yeah.
And then they open the door.
They hijack the AT-AT.
Yeah. So at every fucking turn, it's just been buffoonery.
Yeah.
Like, straight ridiculousness.
And then all the while, to manipulate to get a boy slave, the Emperor's pushing Luke, and Luke finally cracks.
Yeah, he's like...
That was kind of a cool scene.
Well, yeah, he cuts his fucking hand off.
No, when he initially tried to attack the Emperor, and Darth Vader stopped it.
And, like, Darth Vader's smiling, they're like, their dicks are in front of my face.
Yeah, he's like, nothing I want to see more than my 2 boy slaves fighting.
Yeah, that's what he was imagining, was that it was just 2 penises crossing swords in front of him. It's like, yeah.
Well, he likes snuff porn. You know?
I mean,
that's why he wanted Luke to kill him first.
Well, that's right, because he's just damn near willing to sacrifice Vader.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Because Vader's fucking machine. He doesn't even have a dick.
Well,
so what pleasure is Emperor getting? He always has to fuck him. He doesn't get to take it.
It probably smells like gross.
Imagine fucking Vader just fucking the Emperor in the ass.
Imagine the Emperor was going to have to fuck Vader in the burnt up fucking leathery asshole that's always wrapped up in that fucking costume.
Oh my god.
It probably smells like dick.
It's a really terrible J. Edgar story. Do you know who that dude is?
J. Edgar fucking Hoover?
Yeah, the gay guy that Leonardo DiCaprio decided to play because he needed a new role. It's a really fucked up story.
Yeah.
Like that, him and Vader.
He likes buttholes. That was pretty much the story.
You know what was stupid is, like, I got roped into watching that movie. I thought, like, maybe it's a good Leonardo DiCaprio, like, I'm going to, like, stare at the screen and do kind of different things with my eyebrows and that'll make it interesting. And, it wound up just being about, like, how a guy was gay.
Yeah. You'd think
like,
that it was about some
movie.
actual spy shit, but no.
Just about a guy, like, learning that he's gay when he's old.
Too old to fucking kill.
The only thing that was cool about it is that there was no, like, gay sex scenes. So at least you didn't have to fucking sit through that.
Yeah, it was just him being gay.
Yeah.
That's what he had to struggle
with. But
with.
anywho, yeah, and so the Emperor is or maybe Darth Vader. I would say the Emperor is Hoover. So Luke and Vader start fighting, right?
Yeah. And this is the shittiest fucking... I mean, the fight starts cool. Like, the choreography is cool. It's just the way that Vader loses is the stupidest shit in the world.
And then all the while, as this shit gets really choppy, the Ewoks really do save the day.
Oh,
because they're done. Han Solo and them are done. Ewoks ambush Native American style and kill everyone and destroy everything. And they just start going dumb. Like, the Ewoks go hella dumb. And, you know, that's when you get through all the shit of them getting back into the fucking fort or whatever.
Oh, yeah. And then they can disable the shield.
Yeah, and they disable the shield. And Luke chops off fucking Vader's hand.
Yeah, well, only because Vader apparently is not strong enough to support.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Before you go ahead. The Ewoks not only ambushed, but they howled.
Oh, yeah. They did their Native American howls. But no, apparently Vader is like not strong enough in the Force to not stumble during a fight when he successfully dodged it.
Right.
So he didn't even get.
He
pushed
looked like
back.
a disabled man falling. Like he needed a life alert.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like,
he was like in the middle of a fight and his hip gave out because he like successfully dodged the hit that made him stumble, so it didn't even touch him. He just fell onto the railing like apparently he was defeated, and Luke fucking...
And Luke, not being a good swordsman, fucking just keeps slamming at him instead of like doing a new move. And then all the while, fucking the Emperor's got a shriveled dick in his hand. He's like, Luke, do it.
Do it, Luke. Kill your father. I'll let you touch my penis. It has the power of the dark side.
It has a hood like I do.
Syphilis made my penis the dark side.
That's the dark side, is his fucking shriveled wiener.
Yeah.
That's why Darth Vader's so ashamed of himself. And he's just like, I just do what Master says.
It's like, you do not understand the power of the dark side. You don't want to see it. He'll show it to you.
So, in actuality, the Jedi are just good boy rapists, and the dark side is just mean boy rapists. They own you.
Yeah.
Jedi is just like, yeah, you can stay around and shit. We're going to have sex with other boys anyways.
You're right.
The Emperor picks one or two. That's it. You're his slave.
Well,
You're taking his shriveled dick for a while.
Yeah, well, the Emperor's fucking... He's
That's
not
why
the
Darth
most
Maul is so
gracious dude.
jumpy.
Is he?
Because the Emperor wanted, like, some new blood in there and, you know, jump up and down his dick. He's a...
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I said it. And, yeah, and that's when you see the scene with Lando, good old Lando. He's like, hey, man, I wonder, we get to the control panel, they might keep some kilos of coke in there. I can get that off of there in fucking Circuit City, wherever the fuck I live.
Yeah. Circuit City, Cloud City. You can get it off at the Cloud City. That's why he was laughing. He was like, and he's like, yeah, I got some TVs in the back, too. Let's fucking steal this shit because Han knew I was gonna do it.
Oh, shit. Yeah. And they fucking... The most glossed over Death Star destroying scene, right? It just happens. Like, there's nothing special about it. He's like... It's just Lando saying, yeah, one of those big things is probably a control panel. You pirate?
Goddamn pirate. Yeah, hey, man, I was just over here kicking it, and they told me it was a space battle going.
And how fucking stupid was the main ship getting destroyed when they literally just shot two lasers at, like, this ball, apparently, that they put on.
That's their control ball.
Their control ball. And then one ship crashes into it, and this whole giant, like, 18-ton ship falls.
That is way more than 18. That's like 18,000 tons.
Just falls and destroys. And so, I'm not going to make that joke. I just want to know how they can build shit that fast in space.
Slaves.
They have that many slaves.
Stormtroopers are slaves.
That many?
They
have that many?
They're still using a clone army. They can just
clone army.
They just make people. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all that shit was like stupid, and then, then they cut over to, after he's like throws his fucking lightsaber away. Luke's like, "No, you're not gonna rape me." Obi-Wan already tried.
It's like, I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
Let me swish my hair over.
So he starts doing he limp finger lightning hands at him. He's like, oh, here's some lightning. Here's some lightning out of my nipples. I channel it through my fingers.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he's fucking electrocuting Luke. And Luke's like, no, father. Oh.
Daddy, touch me again.
And then, like I said, here it goes. The Darth Vader going, no. But it's like, I'm just saying that shit was corny, bro. And he just threw him over. And that's what actually caused a main explosion.
Yeah, apparently. He was so fucking decrepit.
Supercharged and fucking...
Yeah, that he just fucking explodes when he fucking hit the ground. Blue flame. The Force, man.
Yeah, he's apparently Electro also. He's literally Electro.
And now here you go, fucking back to the space. Everything's space, space, space. Trying to get Darth Vader off the ship because no one seems to notice. Like, that's really fucking...
Yeah. And he's a decrepit, burnt white man.
It's like, I want to see this.
And I could imagine not seeing the prequels first. that this is pretty much like...
That's a shock.
If I was a kid in the 70s, I'd be like, fuck this movie.
Yeah, you'd be like, whoa, bro, that dude's black. The fuck?
I'm not accepting it any other way. He's
No.
a giant black dude that'll kick your ass. I'm not taking this old, decrepit white man.
Would it have been funny if it was fucking Mr. T, though? Under there with the...
Well, if he was decrepit.
Just with the mohawk, though.
And he's like, Luke, take off my dickhead helmet. I
pity the fool.
I sound like Fraser now. I want to see you with my own eyes. You have saved me, my son. My son. My son.
It was possible.
Tell Leia, I'm glad the Emperor didn't touch her either. He's like, no, Dad.
Daddy,
No.
you're the only one I love. And then fucking he's like, okay, I guess I'll leave. Fuck you.
And he dies.
He
yeah.
dies. And he's like, oh, the power converters. I never got to get the power converters.
They set Darth Vader on fire with his helmet on.
Well,
Because he still didn't want to see his old dad being fucking decrepit.
That's way after they blow up the Death Star.
I already said they blew it up.
No, they haven't blown it up yet because Luke and Lando have to escape. Fucking, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Lando pops out the flaming butthole that is the Death Star.
Yeah.
The Millennium Falcon.
So Lando saves the day. That smuggling son of a bitch.
You pirate.
Goddamn pirate.
You pirate? Get out of here, you pirate.
You're a fucking pirate, Han. I've known this smuggler since fucking day one.
And so they get off and they go on Endor and or not. They show Endor again.
Partying
And
their
you just
balls
see
off.
Leia like trying to look in Han's eyes, but she can't concentrate because she's on LSD.
Yeah.
And like Han and like Solo's like, dude, like, what's up with Luke? Like, do you really fuck with him like that? Because if so, I'm good. It's fine. I can be the side dude if you want. You can hit me up. I think that's basically what he says.
Yeah, pretty
essentially.
much.
And she's like, oh, dude, he's my brother, so we could just fucking Golden Gate me.
And Han's like, oh, yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's where the movie pretty much ends, right? Well, they have the little fucking Jedi dog.
Okay, so let's talk about the end with the new Blu-ray shit.
Oh my
with
God.
fucking the new Anakin
Do we
being
have
a
to
ghost.
see
So let's go
Gungans
in that. So they have like a fucking Chinese New Year celebration.
Yeah, they're ripping, like Saddam, they're ripping down the fucking statues on, what is that, Coruscant, I guess?
Yeah. Allahu Akbar is getting down.
Naboo has fucking, whatchamacallit, Gungans, and you have to see their shitty faces again. I guess slaves are partying and fucking Tatooine,
Right?
right?
Yeah. Yeah, and here's my biggest problem with this shit. Is at the end. Those fucking ghosts, bro. The Pac-Man fucking ghosts. Now, there's the bigger problem. Yoda's fucking old Filipino man. Ben.
Obi-Wan.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Obi-Wan is fucking old man Obi. And Anakin is Anakin of age.
Well,
Like,
that's
within the prequels.
Well, yeah, because
Not
they're Jedi ghosts. That's when he died as a Jedi.
Okay.
That's what
Good answer.
I mean, it's sort of out of the ass.
If that was a discussion question in college, that's a good answer.
I suppose so. Yeah, but it was stupid. Stupid as fuck.
And yeah, that's the end of the fucking movie. Hokey,
They all get fucked up.
corny,
It's the
cartoonish.
end of the series. Like, that's how they could conclude?
It just became more ridiculous and more tomfoolery.
Yeah. That's why...
And I think when we talk about these movies every single time, that's how it sort of unravels at the end of the day.
Yeah.
With all these fucking movies. It's just that at the end of the day, it's just this cartoonish fucking movie.
Hugely cartoonish, yes.
Very Scooby-Doo-ish in the fact that there was 5 different scenes in which the heroes got trapped to further the plot and create tension. The droids saved the day, and some indigenous native people that he created in his mind. And what else? You got...
Oh, you have the ridiculous partiers at the beginning that are just partying in the desert all day, fucking being gangsters and thugs.
Yeah,
Like, with no talking for 20 minutes.
It's just sounds and gibberish.
And gibberish and droids getting their feet burnt for whatever reason. I didn't even think that robots could feel pain. That's weird.
I wonder where his double chin was at this point.
Oh, it was...
Maybe that affected some of his decisions.
His double chin
will talk to you, I'll tell you what.
His double chin had run into his beer belly at this
Well, he's
point.
collecting food.
Well, yeah.
That's what he does.
He's a fucking pelican.
The little rascals live next door, apparently, too. Fucking alfalfa. God, I fucking hate these goddamn distractions. If you're ever recording within your home, make sure your neighbors are cool. Because if you have the neighbors that we do, apparently they microwave every single food that they ever eat.
And their kid's up at 9 o'clock at night, and the kid sounds like probably a 3-year-old, maybe. Like, Jesus Christ.
Just so you know, that's how we keep shit live over here. We'll edit some shit. Some shit can't make the showroom floor. Put it that way. But these motherfuckers apparently just want to microwave everything.
They probably
I hope they die.
I just imagine.
I hope they die.
I just imagine them eating like corn dogs every night.
I hope the dad gets testicular cancer from the microwave.
Like in South Park, he just puts his balls in there and starts riding them to work.
No, I hope he doesn't get that much enjoyment out of it. I hope it's just that.
When he dies?
I hope it's just the fact that his balls are the size of grapefruits and he can't live with them.
And then they move out and a deaf person moves in, so they never watch TV or like talk or make any noise. They just are quiet.
And just to let the viewers know, these people have microwaved for the last 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah, they have.
And not like something for 20 minutes consecutively in 5-minute increments within 20 minutes. So I guess let's just keep fucking talking because I'm not going to refer to the actual show of Star Wars until this shit is fucking over because this is ridiculous. And for some reason I feel like I'm entitled to it even though they're allowed to do that within my neighbors.
Yeah. Well, eventually we'll hear the shower go on.
A shower, or they'll wash their kid in the sink. Did you ever get that shit?
No.
Did you ever get washed in the sink? You never got washed in the sink as a kid?
No, apparently this kid is, though.
So essentially the movie's fucking stupid.
Stupid as fucking just completely random. And nothing seems like it was planned out on the character side or the directors.
And everything had to be convenient in order to be cool and tense. But it's perfectly paced. It's interesting. It's stupid enough to where it's ironically good.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I mean, it is pretty dumb, yeah.
It's dumb, but it's still, like, entertaining and watchable. Why do I watch the Flintstones?
Yeah, well, the first
Flintstones...
misogyny.
The first Flintstones is a terrible movie, yet it gets me, grips me. I want to watch the movie. I'm like, when I sit there and watch it, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll watch the Flintstones. Fuck it. It's one of those movies to me.
Yeah,
that's Return of the Jedi in a nutshell.
Too.
Huh?
Flintstones does suck, too.
But it's raw.
Yeah,
Space Jam sucks.
Space
Jam's one of the greatest movies ever.
Space Jam story is not
Ninja
really...
Turtle movies suck.
Yeah,
Besides the first one.
Yeah, the first one was actually pretty good.
Well, good for Ninja Turtle movies, but...
Good for
So that's my point with this is like Return of the Jedi is that. That's what it is. And I think it will always be that. I just hope that people do see like the fuckery in this movie because it's complete fuckery.
It's
the first 20 minutes,
fuckery.
There's no dialogue. It is sounds. It's droid sounds, alien sounds, made-up gibberish language. The Ewoks is made-up gibberish language. And everything else is filler for Luke's fucking outcome. And Leia is coked out and LSD'd out.
Well, Leia's...
And Han's are drunk. And Lando's a scumbag. He's a drug-dealing scumbag.
And a racer, apparently. And fucking...
And the Force are full of rapists on both sides.
The
They're
Emperor
boy
wants to fuck Luke. Luke wants to fuck Darth Vader. Leia wants to fuck all of them.
Yeah.
Because all of them have Prozac on them.
And that's why I gave it the score I did. So do you want to go over our list?
Sure.
All right. Well, we'll go with the host, the important one for this series, especially. Probably in every podcast, actually. But the important one, me, Anthony, my list.
Fuck.
out of the 7 Star Wars movies, not including Rogue One. Do you want to include Rogue One?
No.
All right, we're not including Rogue One. The 7 Star Wars movies. And if you hear our fucking neighbors, just ignore it. Ignore it when you can. Number 7, Attack of the the Clones. 3.6. That's episode 25. On iTunes. Subscribe, motherfucker. What are you looking at me like that for?
You're going to say that after all
Yep.
of them?
Episode 25.
That's too
Subscribe
much.
on fucking iTunes. Number 6, The Phantom's Anus with a 4.0. And I gave all points to that to the... and that is number 6 with a 4. Did I give that? Did I say that correctly? Or did I fucking space out right there?
Spaced out, yeah.
Number 5, A Jew's Hope with a 6.2. And I gave all points of that to Han Solo shooting behind his fucking head. Because that was the shit. Number 4, The Horrors Awakened with a 7.2. And I give all points to that for Finn looked like he's running in Play-Doh. The whole movie.
Oh, shit.
And number 3 was Return of the Jedi. And I give all points of that to the Force dragging Luke either way. Of which is going to get his butthole first. Because Obi-Wan was chasing it for a good amount in New Hope.
He was
And the
trying
Emperor's
to get at
thirsty for it in the Return of the Jedi.
it. And,
So, that's my list. Let's hear those movies on yours. Now, Tim might be missing some. That's just because his was different. So
yeah, so for me, number 7 was the Phantom Penance, because that was what this felt like. It felt like a pre-game. Like, this is what I needed to do because I fucking fucked my side bitch or something. Like, watch this movie 3 times. And then you'll never go to hell.
what score did you give it out of 10?
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Number 6, I have fucking Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I really wish I could have cloned myself so I didn't have to watch this fucking movie. Number 5.
What was the...
Oh, yeah,
Give your
I gave it a
scores.
4. I'm
Okay.
fucking up. Number 5, fucking A New Pope with a score of 6.5. 6.5. Just so everybody knows. Fucking... This is where it gets choppy.
Okay.
Fucking number 3, I have Return of the Jedi. 6.9.
So that was also my number 3, but you have different 4s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I gave it a 6.9 because that's what I imagined Luke and Leia doing to each other after they found out they were siblings. And number 2, Force Awakens with the 7 because, well, fuck. I just like to see a black man come up.
Yeah, and you can find all those episodes on iTunes. Fucking subscribe. And put your shit on automatic and all that bullshit. So you get all of our updates.
Apparently it does not fucking tell you.
Look up for the note. Yeah. Because even on my shit, which I don't even listen to our shit on mine, the fucking update or the notification for it came out like 5 days after we dropped the episode. And don't feel rushed to listen to them all as soon as they come out. Like, listen to them at your pace. We just want to make it within each series. We did Marvel. We did Harry Potter. We're doing Star Wars. Just listen to them when you want to go through a Star Wars or when you want to go through Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Don't think like this is like these informative weekly podcasts. It'll sound old the next week.
Yeah, because apparently we can't even do weekly podcasts.
And yeah, if you subscribe on iTunes, at least you'll find the episodes. Because if you go on Twitter, which you can in our descriptions, you could fucking find our Twitter and our Facebook. We put up schedules that we probably will never stick to. But at least you know they're coming out. So just look out for them.
Why don't we even put dates on those anymore?
You can also find our shit on Soundcloud and Stitcher. And I don't know what the hell Soundcloud is or does.
I don't think it does shit.
It's for twackers and bots.
Yeah.
And Stitcher is apparently a radio.
Yeah,
So I don't know how I'm getting downloads from a radio. But You can find all that and check out, especially this Star Wars series. Check out our other episodes, that episodes 24 through 28. The last one was Force Awakens, and this is number 29, Return of the Jedi. So check all those out. Download that shit, and all you gotta do is fucking subscribe. And you can write a goddamn review.
Fuck it.
If you want. I'm not gonna fucking tell you to write a review, but if you want, write a fucking review.
Write a review. Send us jokes.
Yeah, you can send us some shit too, whatever you guys think
Send
of the
us your
fucking movies.
Fucking funniest Star Wars pictures. How about that? Fucking.
Yeah, even if it's like dick pics of the Jedi. If you can find some
If you
dick
can
pics.
find some fucking Jedi dick pics, that would be funny too.
Actually, no, don't give me that at all.
Well, our email's out there, so we can't really stop them from that now, can we?
But yeah, all that shit, find it in the descriptions. And that is my opinion.